Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Face It TV, where we are hosting more SLTV matches. Star Series 11 is here. I'm DDK, joined by Hoss, and we do have your pick,
yes.
OverGaming versus ESC. So tell me something about OverGaming.
OverGaming, well, we said earlier that both teams, both OverGaming and ESC, they're getting pretty good. They've got some good players in there. Musambani for OverGaming, and it was MINISE, I believe, for ESC. So it's going to be good to see how these two teams come together. I mean, both teams got good results recently against top-tier teams, so see how they fare against each other.
I've actually seen these two guys play, I think it was a few months ago, 2-3 months ago, I think it was, against each other on the same map, Mirage. And it was quite a close game, and the only reason that ESC ended up winning that clash was because of Michu. Michu just went nuts, bananas, crazy, man, insane. And he actually managed to just do the most ridiculous of executions, like taking like 4 kills left and right constantly. And it was an overtime match, but he was like what tips ESC over the edge to actually win the match. But largely speaking, OverGaming, although they've had a couple lineup changes as well, they largely looked like the better team in that clash. So we actually have to see how things pan out here on Mirage, a map that we haven't been seeing as much of lately, but it is an awesome map. It's one of my favorites for sure.
Something to note as well, both teams are pretty good on Mirage. We saw ESC have a great CT Mirage against VP on Sunday, I believe it was, where they won 14-1 or 13-2, something like that, and then it ended in a draw. So their T side's pretty weak, but their CT is pretty strong. Yeah,
definitely. Virtus.pro feeling the pain right there. But we already saw ESC playing earlier as well against Na'Vi, and MINISE is this incredible opportunity creator for his team, ESC, and I'm hoping that we're going to see more stuff from him as well, as he's turning into quite the star player here for ESC. Definitely a standout, but there's so many good players here. We're going to jump into the knife round, and we'll have to see how these things work out. I've got to say, if I'm going to big up MINISE, SPERO, mouz, and Innocent around are all really good, but MINISE does stand out for me. But the standout for me is definitely going to be Musambani for OverGaming. He is just a beast.
The general, as you like to call him.
Yeah, I mean, loWel and FlipiN and Kairi and Alex are really good as well. I feel like overall, OverGaming have a better pool of talent to work with, personally. Yeah. At the moment, at least.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, anyone from OverGaming can really step up. There's no real solid big name in there. They all just work together well as a team. They're the best team in Spain at the moment, and once they're all on the same page and playing well, I think they're a very momentum-based team, and about how they do on the day. One day they can perform really, really well and keep going through different games against different opponents, and one day they'll just have a really bad slump and not really turn up.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to go into the knife round now as well, and we're going to see these teams get to decide who plays where. And definitely want to start off on CT. It's just a favourable side to start onto on Mirage. I think everyone enjoys it more, if anything else. If nothing else, rather, everyone enjoys it more.
Yeah, gotta love the knife rounds. It's always good to see when knife rounds and how people decide to just innovate. Like you're seeing Musambani jump onto that box there, and it took a good 20 seconds for the ESC to decide how are we going to get to him. But, yeah, these are always good to see.
And definitely looks like they're getting crushed though, OverGaming. Oh my god.
Believe in Kairi. Oh.
Alright, so we're going to see ESC swap to CT side indeed, and they are going to go. So the question for me is how they are going to play the pistol round. I mean, there's lots of options to play with, and we've seen the default safe setup, the A retake setup, where you start 3 players towards B, as it's considered harder to take. We've seen this strategy kind of like mixed up upon. We've seen Virtus.pro do their own kind of incarnations of it. We've also seen them do the 3 men, but like have 2 pushing short really early on. We've also seen 3 in mid. I think I saw that from Virtus.pro as well, just standing 3 in mid, CPL, and 1 on each side. So there's lots of different ways to play it, and at the moment it doesn't seem solved at all.
Yep, definitely so. And we're gonna be restarting this round because MINISE, I believe it was, or Innocent. It was Innocent DC'd just before we went live, so this round doesn't count. We're gonna be restarting right now as the admins ask the question, and it's going to be a fun map to watch. I definitely think both teams can pull out some surprises and some definitely strange, unusual tactics on a map like Mirage. So it'd be good to watch how this match unfolds.
Yeah, we're going live now into the pistol between ESC and OverGaming, and let's have a look now, see how ESC set up. Actually not live, as MINISE is like BRB And Innocent's like bugs everywhere. I don't know what he means. I don't think he means actual insects. if he has like some infestation at his house or something, that would suck.
Yeah, it'd be pretty weird. Had that vote failed on the left. So little bug.
All right, so give me your round prediction. Go for it.
Round prediction. It depends if OverGaming turn up or not. They had a really good day yesterday, beating Na'Vi, then losing 16-13, 16-14, I think it was. I'm going to say 16-12, but I don't know who to.
You got to pick someone. You have to pick someone.
All right, I'll stay true and go OverGaming.
All right. I actually think that OverGaming are also going to win this one. I think it's going to be pretty close, so I'm actually going to go with 16-13. I think it's going to be a very close match between these two teams. And I think as well that the CT side is going to be extremely decisive. I mean, it usually tends to be that way. I mean, we've seen so many teams come back on the CT side. Obviously, it tends to be a little CT favored, this map. Depending on how you want to do the setups, depending on how stuff starts off with your economy. And we are going to be restarting the match, finally, getting into this game.
Just a quick little random statistic here. Out of all the games I've casted with you and in the Face It studio, all of them have been at least 29 rounds.
Really? Oh my god.
And it could be another one here, yeah. Apart from the last one, but that wasn't SLTV. All the SLTV games have been 29 rounds.
Okay, I see what you did there.
So we could be in for a long one.
All right. Let's see if the curse can be broken. As we see a very defensive move from OverGaming. Obviously, this is a bit of a meta thing as well, because middle pushes from the CTs with the pistols as an opening has actually been a viable choice. Oh! With somebody that drop MINISE there, just executes him where he stands on those stairs. ESC go down a player now.
MINISE in a really unusual position, though. Went so aggressive to the point where he was at the top of underpass. And that was just unexpected. So great reactions coming out there from the general.
Just like ESC mounting a good defense so far on this B bomb site, getting the frag in there. But the bomb is going through connector onto the A bomb site. Innocent with a quick pick onto Alex now as the action heats up. We get STARLADDER and Innocent coming in for the rotation. One from jungle, one from CT spawn. And they have to get the frags here. They've got to get them quick because STARLADDER has the kid actually. So as long as STARLADDER doesn't go down, which he does, the kid is now lost for Innocent. He's got to move quickly. Otherwise he's going to be out of time. He's pretty much getting there right now to be out of time. And loWel just holding the angle like a beast. And he's going to take the frag onto Innocent. So pistol round going to OverGaming.
I feel like Innocent probably should have fallen back a little bit sooner there rather than going to the corner in the opposite side to CT. He had armor. He had no real need to try and re-peek that and retake the site 1 versus 3. He could have just gone and hid maybe towards B or even at CT and tried to get an exit here or there. But he did challenge, got dropped, and we're seeing a scout out. STARLADDER and a big tag coming up early.
Yeah, a lot of money spent here for ESC, just using all their bank on buying some weapons so that you can pressure the economy here of OverGaming. They do get the scout tag there on mouz and Barney, so maybe one of his pistoling compatriots can actually finish off mouz and Barney. We're going to have to see now as the push is coming in from the apartments from OverGaming. Slow and steady, but it is coming in. We do have MINISE in position here, but he's got a CZ. He's going to spot with the jump. He's going to make the call for his teammates. But there is a player in position on mid to drop any rotating through that middle area. It's going to be Innocent moving through. Oh, Innocent going to just take down mouz and Barney. He was pretty weak. And rallen with a fantastic shot onto Kairi. Makes it a 3-on-3 situation.
Innocent's also picked up a Galil here, so ESC, they can definitely try and go for a retake here. There's no need to be too scared. Going to give the scout over to rallen, which is interesting considering his position. And just let mouz just go right into this bomb site. Going to get dropped there by Alex, but not before doing some damage. FlipiN, that's the Galil dropped off of Innocent now. It's all down to rallen. Scout and P250. Going to get dropped there. Came close though for OverGaming. ESC did some good damage. Almost got a few more frags in there and maybe even could have got the round out if maybe the Galil on Innocent stayed on a little bit longer, didn't get too impatient. But OverGaming, they got the round. ESC full on eco now because they put so much into that previous round. And going to be setting up for the 3rd round bye.
You're definitely going to see just a very, very low investment here from ESC. So, fast play, could be coming in towards A right now for OverGaming once they get past this this initial potential for aggressive openings from ESC. Now that's kind of out of the way, they slowly make their way up towards slope. And here it is, they're going to make their way on to mouz. Looking for some shots long range. There is the HE to cast him aside. SZPERO makes the kill the USP, but it's all for naught right now as the bomb is about to go down. Alex with a nice little kill over there. And this is now going to build us into the buy round for ESC. And I really am so curious how they're going to play this.
They won't have money for an AWP, I don't think. So they're going to have to play from sight. mouz, though, because he did just drop, he could most likely pick himself up an AWP if he wants and challenge that mid area. We just take a look at money quickly. Yeah, mouz can buy an AWP.
Rallen well.
It would be close. He'd have to limit himself on the grenade front. There we go. Going to go for that M4 on full grenades and head armor as well. But interesting that mouz didn't go for one. And
they don't want to play that picking style, I guess, against ESC just yet. OverGaming going to throw some players towards that B apps position. And we do have MINISE going for the typical jump just for the spot. He's not going to see anything as they're moving through underpass right now. And we do have rallen up in the ladder room, so they do have some good positions to deal with the underpass movement here from OverGaming. Well, what is the end here? They're going to take over mid. They don't have anyone on slope. They don't have anyone on palace, so this is most likely to could end up being just a push through connector or a B play. It's all open here for OverGaming. They're not committed either way.
And a good pick there coming out from loWel onto rallen in towards that ladder room, so evening things up. OverGaming, they're a team that like playing down to the wire. They like leaving these pushes late, just trying to get picks as many as possible in the early stages of the round, and then they decide, where do we want to go? Do we want to go to B? Do we want to go to A? Do we want to just set up some smokes, some flashes? And it looks like they're going to go for a B fake with the bomb going to A right now, or even A split maybe.
Yeah, MINISE is going to catch mouz. He was going to make some noise over at B, as we do see the split coming in onto the A bomb site. We've got the bomb up slope. Very delayed here because they had to rotate FlipiN all the way around. And there it is, Kairi going to take down SZPERO straight away on the entry. And we do have the players coming in now. And FlipiN going to take a lot of damage. He goes down low for the refrag. Does make it happen. The bomb is dropped in the smoke. It is picked up by loWel, looking for that plant, but his teammate's going down. He's got to go and get a frag here. Forces the one-on-one. He has to go for the kill, and he can't make it happen. Looks like ESC going to pick up a round.
But there we go, we see OverGaming leaving it very late again. They got onto that T-steps of A with about 22 seconds left and had very little time to actually get the bomb down, which they didn't do and ended up going for the frags in the end. Came very close, but it was unsuccessful. I feel OverGaming, it can work, but on Mirage, it can get a little bit more tricky, I feel.
OverGaming just sticking with the AKs for now. We've got the rifles coming in from ESC as the picks are to be found here for OverGaming. Looking for those, they're trying to abuse the power of the AKs. And running up in a CPL there. Able to go back to ladder room if he needs to. And we're going to see OverGaming making the movement here towards the B apps. You do have MINISE very close to shore, able to hear a lot, but the setups are not going to be strong. The rotation not going to be too strong if they do hit B soon here. But OverGaming just running around in circles.
I'm going to say that they're going to leave this one late as well. Maybe a 40-second push, maybe a 45-second push towards these B apps. And then get ready to go. And MINISE spots one out straight away there.
Slowly but surely, they edge their way in. MINISE is going to go for the spot now. He's going to see it. Going to see all those players coming in. And now we have the grenades flying in there. MINISE does drop low straight away. Good connection there. It's rallen sneaks his way in from short, has the angle. They haven't jumped out just yet, but they're leaving this very, very late. 20 seconds left. They are making the kills, though. Now we do have mouz and rallen left as the bomb does go down. So it's like we go to a 2-on-3 situation with rallen deep in the site right now. Rallen has to go huge for his team. Gets nothing. Now it's on mouz to make it happen. Moving slowly in here for ESC. Bomb ticking away for OverGaming. They run out of bullets very shortly, and there it is, gets finished off as we do see the round going to OverGaming.
See, imagine what OverGaming could do if they were to push sites early and go for those entry frags. We saw as soon as they came out of apps, they got 2 really, really quick kills. And if they did that early on in the round, it opens up the whole map for them. They're not just limited to one site with 10 seconds left to plant. But their playstyle is just a little bit unusual for me. I feel like they could get so much more out of a round rather than leaving it so late.
Barney with a quick pick there onto STARLADDER over at Palace. And we do see the A play potential here for OverGaming as Masanet tries to defend with a pistol. This is definitely going to be very awkward here for ESC to try to hold this. And OverGaming also decided that with those pistols, very close range, why not force some longer ranges by making their way in for a more of a B movement towards middle as well. And we can see that lots of stacked players here from ESC on this A bomb site. They're going to have to rotate around now as OverGaming delayed long enough. And now they're going to go for the double back, it seems, with the bomb. And this should work out really, really well. Obviously, with 4 players left, they try to force them to split those players. So they try to play against the stack here by separating it, by just, you know, putting in the delay.
mouz, though, could be a problem here if there's one player of OverGaming coming through Palace. mouz could catch them off guard. OverGaming, they're going to be spotted towards this A side. 30 seconds left yet again here, and they're deciding to make their push. And there we go. mouz picking up the frag, gets an AK, and now has some firepower, gets another one straight away.
It's going to take down MINISE over in mid, but some damage sustained here. There's another kill coming in from the P250. mouz still alive, though. Bunny going to go for the spray down, as we see the CTs dodging, ducking, and diving, but it's not going to be enough, and they will go down. But 3 players lost. But the thing is, with the economy as it is for OverGaming, it's not too huge of a deal for them.
No, loWel there wasn't able to buy a gun himself. He did have to get dropped, and we're seeing Kairi with the AWP this time. It's interesting it's not a Masanet. Masanet also had the spawn for the mid peak. He was the furthest towards that side, but looks like they're given into the capable hands of Kairi this time around, going for a quick peek towards apps.
Kairi going to be edging his way in here, looking for the shot, gets the spot onto MINISE, and that's going to be the open for B plant situation as they just wait for the bomb, who is miles away, to come in. And this is kind of awkward now because they have to wait for so long before that bomb can go down. Obviously, they have all the choke points under lock. They have the grenades to work with as well, so it's not really a big deal, but at the same time, it seems like they weren't ready for that quick pick.
And there we go. Bomb goes down from loWel on this B site. Now the retake is on. 3 versus 5 with only pistols in their hands, though, yet again here from ESC. So we'll see what they can be able to do here. mouz, I think, should probably save because he has the armor. It'll mean he doesn't have to buy it next time round. But the other 2, I feel, they could go challenge, maybe see if they can do some damage to the economy yet again. Alex going to get taken down there by STARLADDER, so that's 1 rebuy at least. But everyone else, FlipiN here, may pick off mouz. Yes, he will. It took him a few more bullets than probably needed, but in the end, does get the frag. I think the biggest loss there for ESC was mouz there at the end, and wow, rallen again dropped there as well, 1 dinked.
All right, so the buy comes in from ESC. Once again, we see them going with the rifle setups. And it seems to be something that they're comfortable with, but they haven't been pulling out very many rounds here. OverGaming have been playing a very passive, slow style where they have these very late round pushes. And so far, ESC have been kind of unable to appropriately react to the pace, appropriately adapt to the speed that OverGaming are playing at. And OverGaming again with a very slow round here. ESC perhaps could benefit a lot from a coordinated push on B apps or A apps, but seems like so far OverGaming just taking mid, going for the boost here with Masanet. Looking towards short, rallen could really do a lot of damage if he's to go for a peek, but equally he could just get instantly destroyed. And they are playing a more of a Virtus.pro style here, where they just allow mid to be taken with the rifles. And there's the peek there. And it looks like they're going to get some damage onto rallen. And Innocent comes in from the side and gets dropped by Kairi there. Very good stuff. Getting the trade here, that's all it's about. Now they've got the trade with 45 seconds left to play with. Now the options start to change, start to drift to their favor.
Yep, the 1-for-1 trade always favors the terrorists because it means the CTs have to split up even more. Where there's be a 3-2 split, it's now a 2-2 split, and OverGaming have to analyze that weakness. The bomb, though, again, leaving it really, really late. 25 seconds left. The bomb only just making its way towards this site. And it's down to Musambani to get the first pick here.
And ESC with a fantastic read onto the situation, have more than enough of a setup to actually deal with this, but let alone there's going to be no time for the bomb to actually get planted. Here goes Alex, close range, mowing down MINISE, takes the second kill onto rallen. Bomb drop though, this is not going to be happening unless Musno dies. Oh my god, he gets tagged. He doesn't go down, he has to survive. 1 second left, and he survives. Well played to Musno there. That was just by the skin of his teeth he survived, and very close. ESC would have lost. That would have been heartbreaking.
I'm not sure if that was just luck or skill there from Malzino. Getting the shot. I'm not even sure it was a leg shot. I think it was through the wall there. But even so, OverGaming leaving it very late and unable to get that plant down or the final kill. But to be fair, they're T-tied. It's really, really strong. ESC somehow only gave up 2 rounds to VP, and they've already given up 6 to OverGaming.
Musambani going to go into the pick. They haven't worked Palace very much. Unexpected move. There is the trade coming in. Just jump in headshots all the day for OverGaming right now as they move in on top of this A-bomb site. They do get lots of frags here, so it's just 2 remaining for ESC. They got the angle from jungle and from CT spawn. They're going to have to try to coordinate here, but this is going to be very tough against all of the firepower still remaining here for OverGaming. Going to go for the boost up on top of the stairs. Really nice stuff there. Very impromptu. Going to pay off, surely, but no. Innocent actually does defend.
Yeah, but Innocent, because the boost came in, he knew someone was down in sandwich area and picks up Alex there. And now it's just Kairi and loWel left. The fake defuse comes in. loWel getting that pick. Little does he know there's MINISE behind him. And now MINISE going for that last kill. Gonna not find it just yet, all with the pistol. Gets it in the end, but the bomb does go off. Yep, everyone dies, and it's good that OverGaming left it late in once the bomb was going off. That's when it's good to leave it late, just to keep the CTs near the bomb area. MINISE wasn't able to save the AWP because he got killed by the bomb going off, and just taking a step back, this is really, really good play from OverGaming. 5 rounds to the good. On T side, looking like it's going to be 8-2 now as well because they're up against an eco.
Alright, so now ESC have to try to do some damage here. We're going to see that economy is actually pretty bad for both teams at the moment. There have been so many close rounds, so many deaths that they can actually, they win this round and force an eco. Or if they win the next round, they can still have a situation where they can get 4 or 5 rounds as the overall score for themselves. But they're going to have to do a good job. Innocent going to pick up a kill. Not going to be able to get that weapon though, but still, any kill is going to be taken here.
Definitely so. They do have the man advantage. They can certainly get more here. Not going to be onto Musambani just yet though, as he is down to 9 HP. There we go, he gets taken down. So still a man up, 2 men up now. Now it's back down to 1.
And ESC have no right to get this round now. It's on FlipiN to try to save things. And he's going to go for the underpass push, but they hear him from above. He's going to get the spray now onto Innocent. The only thing he has going for him right now is these 2 AK players do not have armor, but why was Musambani like just charging through by himself like against an eco on a site? Just completely like miles ahead of his teammates. It's just so strange.
Yeah, it really is. OverGaming maybe a little bit of lapse in concentration there. But they won so many in a row, but they're now forced onto an eco. That was a big, big round from ESC.
There's definitely some complacency for sure right there. And ESC, very good team. You can't be complacent against them. They're going to pick up the kills. And now they are 3-7. And this is obviously forcing the eco now, which is best case scenario, obviously, for ESC. Something that this round couldn't have come at a better time in this half now for them. And now we have FlipiN just waiting up here for a push. But ESC, they haven't shown a huge propensity for these pushes on the CT side.
Yep, definitely so. They've gone for 1 or 2 aggressiveness, but nothing really successful from it. The most aggressive push we saw, I think, was in the first round where Musambani was able to get a really quick flick onto, I believe it was Innocent who pushed towards, all the way through apartments towards underpass. But that's the most aggressive we've seen ESC go. They're just sitting back on these sites trying to get these picks, but OverGaming coming in too big with these entry frags.
And now we're going to see the AWP on SZPERO. Can things change for ESC here? I mean, ESC have shown that they are very willing to give up mid, but perhaps an AWP angle in towards mid could change things for them. as we do see MINISE get taken out immediately over towards B apartments. This B split going to want to come in very shortly here with the bomb moving up short. OverGaming are going to take advantage here, just piling on the frags as they make their movement towards that B bomb site. STARLADDER 1 point of health here. Can he get the shot? Misses it. And now Muzano left over. And he's going to get absolutely nothing now as they're going for the hunt. Wrapping around the back. A lot of damage done to him, but he's still alive and kicking. There he is. He goes down. And 4-8 the score now as OverGaming are just taking liberties right now. That was a really strong round. And it feels like ESC don't have a good answer for their kind of their style.
No, they definitely don't. And we're seeing the AWP picked up now on rallen. Probably rightfully so, after SZPERO had 3 easy shots that he probably could have picked up, got none of them, and lost the AWP. So we'll see what rallen can do. And he's going to be, in fact, go towards mid. And OverGaming don't want to challenge this at all. They'd rather just go sit towards B, make a little bit of noise, see if they can get a pick, and play it out from there.
rallen a little bit aggressive here. Could even go more aggressive if he had a teammate to kind of play with him in mid. And they could actually try to flash in up top mid. But they are just playing it very passively. They haven't made a little, either, you know, a team flash or pop flash themselves into slope either. So they don't know if there's anyone at the bottom of slope or in palace. They don't have any information right now. MINISE he hasn't spotted anything just yet, but in come the nades. Now they know, but it's all way too late. All the team is on the A bomb site, and ESC are going to be hard pressed to defend this push onto B. In comes rallen though from kitchen, does get a shot, but there goes MINISE.
Oh.
Gets taken down. rallen with another frag, really putting in work right now as the bomb yet to get planted. There it is, getting planted now. OverGaming chiming in with a couple kills as they go to the advantage by 2 players, leaving rallen to ace here if he wants to actually save this round for ESC.
Yep, rallen though, 1 versus 3. He's got 2 really good shots off already, but he doesn't have any armor on him, and going into that B site would have been really tricky as it was. But FlipiN did come behind him, picked up the kill, and 2 rounds left. OverGaming could get double figures here, and most likely are, because they're going up against yet another eco.
Yeah, ESC just not solving it basically against OverGaming. OverGaming have a bit of a different style to the usual team when it comes to this map. Obviously, we're seeing the very slow pace from them. And they don't like to take areas, you know, gradually or necessarily with, you know, a couple players. They like to actually put the entire team there. And then once they have that big area, they, like for example, they get the big mid take. Then they'll decide, okay, now let's you know, put the bomb through to slope. Let's rotate that guy all around. And then by the time they get the rotations in for their kind of late round setup, it's so like there's 20 seconds on the clock. that's how things have been going here. And ESC haven't really been able to break these positional plays from OverGaming.
Exactly right, and we're seeing the bomb. There was noise towards B, and now they're going to slow walk back towards A. I feel this is something OverGaming are really good at. These really quick rotations between sites. And on a map like Mirage, it's one of the rather longer rotations, to be fair. But we see ESC reading it like a book as well. They've shifted all 5 players towards this A side.
About to go in. You do have the pistols stacking towards A right now. They have the players on the site, but they don't have the firepower here. The arsenal is not strong enough to withstand the AKs coming in from OverGaming. The Spaniards planting their flag firmly on the A bomb site as Muzano tries desperately, but he's only going to get 1 frag there. Smoked off into CT spawn and relegated from the site.
Now P250, all he's got. He's in quite a nice position to get a pick here on Alex, however. But jumps down. Is he going to get this? Most likely not. No, Alex picks up the frag there. And it was only Kairi that was dropped there from OverGaming. So 10-4 already. And ESC need to pull something out of the bag to get the 5th round here. They don't have a lot on their side either.
They certainly don't. We're most likely going to see that 11-4 unless ESC show us that they finally understand how to deal with this OverGaming strategy. And let's have a look now and see how OverGaming are sitting up across the map right now. Okay, we're getting the push up mid here. This is something that we haven't really seen from ESC Gaming just yet. They're going to try to smoke that off. Fall back here. This is what we want from ESC. Be more proactive on the CT side. Get that info. OverGaming are playing passively, but this is something that ESC should know by now. They've seen enough rounds from them that they should be able to understand how the tempo works for OverGaming. And that mid is still a big option for them, just very late.
I feel like when you're going up against OverGaming's T side, you should go for some calculated aggression every now and then. Just pop it up every 2 rounds or so, because OverGaming, you know they're going to be playing passive. You know they're going to be holding till late. So if you can get a good angle or a good quick peek on them, then you're definitely going to cripple their entry to the site.
Oh, and they're trying to sell a bit of a fake here. Musa not able to actually get the pick there to the player on underpass, as the bomb is kind of coming in to this A-bomb site. They don't have a lot of players on the site itself, but they do have a lot of retake potential here. Coming in with all 5 players alive. A quick pick from Musa does do the job there. Close range shot from Kairi, able to square things up just a little bit, even though there's still 1 man down. But that bomb still needs to be planted here for loWel. MINISE still waiting just in case this is there is a player sneaking around, but there's everybody spotted now on this A-bomb site. loWel going to get the frag onto rallen. It's a 1-on-3 situation. ESC do make it 10-5. So, you know, props to them. Great play at the start of the round. The more aggression that we wanted to see started to come into play, but a little bit too late, I think.
Definitely so. You do not want to be giving 10 rounds away on CT side in front. Mirage, sorry. It's a pretty heavy CT map. You usually expect this score to be mirrored, but it's going to come down to the pistol round here. I think OverGaming can continue their momentum if they do win the pistol, and then most likely take the win from there.
Certainly, but ESC have to be fearful now of OverGaming holding whatever strategy they throw at them. OverGaming, you know, showing us so much passiveness, so much consideration to their play and methodical, you know, takes and pushes of areas. I wonder how this is going to translate now onto the CT side for them. Obviously, they have a lot of potential to play AWP setups, and ESC have shown that they do have AWPers as well. MINISE has been a very strong T-AWPer for ESC. So MINISE, I can really foresee a lot of pick battles coming in between him and players like Musa and Barney.
Definitely so, but we're going to have to wait until later rounds, and we may not even get to see those rounds if OverGaming win this one so quickly. And jumping straight into the half. It seems like it's paused. Seems like there's a pause in the game. Oh.
There we go. Looks like we are getting underway. And I am very curious to see these pistol rounds coming out here from OverGaming. How are they going to play it? They're going to go for the 3-man B. They are going to go for the 3-man B. And so this is the A retake pistol round. And Musa and Barney with the spot on mid. And they're going to see very few people here. And Alex trying to get a little bit aggressive, just chilling in the apartments. You can hear a lot from there. And obviously ESC are taking their time. They smoked it. Rather, OverGaming smoked it to stop a rush. And OverGaming are patient right now. They're not panicking. And in come ESC. Pop flash goes in. Alex just throwing out the bullets there, not going to connect with much. And it's FlipiN to come in here now on top of the site with that P2000. Doesn't get that much either. Only 1 fragging. Moose and Barney and Kairi have to compete against overwhelming odds here. Moose and Barney gets 1 kill. He has 2 more players left alive, and he's got 4 points of health, no kit, and very little hope with the HE flying in towards him. And wow, interesting indeed. STARLADDER just frozen in midair, forces it to a 1-on-1. This is doable for Moose and Barney now, and he gets the headshot. The player frozen. I'm not sure who it was, but STARLADDER was just frozen in midair. And of course, Moose and Barney is going to take that. But that was an ESC round, like, for sure.
There we go. I think that was what the pause was for at the switch of halves, because STARLADDER seemed to DC there. And yeah, it was unfortunate for ESC. They had no need to peek, but with STARLADDER being DC'd and an easy pick there from Musambani, it came down to the last man for ESC. It was his job, but he was so low because Musambani tagged him up. And I feel like a bit of luck there was on OverGaming's side, but...
Oh, yeah, certainly. I mean, just the fact that, you know, he timed out at that moment, and obviously Musambani can't just, like, stop playing the round. He has to obviously do that. You can't just give it to them. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. It's not even necessarily like a sportsmanship thing in many cases. It's like basically something happens and someone gets punished and no one can control that. So basically it's this horrible situation for everybody.
Yeah, especially when all the pressure is on you and you're in a 1v2 situation like that, it can become so hard for you just to realize if someone's DC'd or not, and you play to just kill whatever's in front of you. and you can't really blame Usambani for that. But every now and then you do need Lady Luck on your side to help you out here and there, and certainly was on the Spaniards.
Gift from God. And looks like James, who's doing the production right now, is going to just show you the M9 bayonet, the clean M9 bayonet. Look at it. Look at it in all of its glory. When we get 40k concurrent, we will be dropping the skin, and it will be available to anybody who's on the stream who dares to type !raffle.
You know what's going to happen now, don't you? It's just going to be a wave of a whole
raffles.
page of raffle.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that skin, we dropped the Deagle Blaze recently to Done and Gone. So once again, congratulations to Done and Gone. I think he received his Deagle Blaze earlier. Yep. And I'm sure he's very happy with that. Deagle Blaze is pretty awesome. I think we've seen a few players with that, actually. And we are still in the pause here. So we have to see what is going on. See if I can check for any updates from production. Anything going on over there, production? Do you have any ideas? All right, so we're getting a check here.
I think SZPERO had a Steam issue, I think it was, from chat.
And the Steam issues we know can sometimes take quite a while.
Yep, but you know what most of them are reason because? The player base. There's just so many players now. So it's a double-edged sword.
I like how you spun that into like a good thing. Well,
it is.
Community's growing so much.
If you look at the, there you go, invalid Steam user ID ticket, server's kicking in. Okay, it's the server, not Steam. But if you look at just the rise of players since Katowice, the peaks, and ESL 1 in Cologne definitely re-peaked. And
yeah, this game is growing like crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely so. And considering we've got so many viewers while League Worlds is going on as well, it's just so good to see esports just growing as a whole, not just CS, not just League, not just Dota, not just StarCraft, just the whole esport in general idea.
CS Master Race.
I come from a League background.
Oh dear, you shouldn't admit that on stream, man. You're gonna get torn up.
I've done it so many times before. It's fine. I do both still. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm from Quake.
That's not as bad. It's still shooting. I never played Quake.
Everyone always respects Quake for some reason. It used to be a long time. Like people really respect Quake these days, but it used to be the case that all the FPS communities were at each other's throats. It's like CS players hated Quake and UT players. No, wait. It would go. Quake players hated CS players. CS players hated Quake players, but Quake and CS players combined to hate UT players. that was like how the circle of hatred, the triangle of hatred used to work. Back in like the 2003, like the really old days. And then when World of Warcraft came along, everyone was like, "Oh my God, guys, World of Warcraft is taking away everyone from UT, CS, and Quake." So then everyone banded together. Like it created like a kinship where everyone was hating on World of Warcraft, and then League happened, and then now the FPS community stick together, and everybody's matured.
Except for COD.
Except for COD.
I'm sorry. But yeah.
I've never delved into the world of COD, I have to say.
The only thing I've seen from COD was at G3. Headed down there on this Saturday, and it was the biggest audience there, but some good gameplay, some good atmosphere from COD. CSGO was a little bit behind, but that's because CSGO in UK isn't exactly up there.
It's a UK thing, isn't it? The console titles do a lot better over here.
Yeah, definitely. So it's just the history we have of PlayStations and Xboxes and FIFA on COD. It's what we've grown up playing. Well, guys, we'll have to let's jump to a very quick break, guys, and you can take that moment to get a refreshment whilst we see if they can sort out this quick issue with the players. Hopefully, it's not more than a couple minutes, but we'll be right back.
What's up, guys? We're back. OverGaming and ESC. I think they're getting things back together again. I'm curious whether they're going to decide to actually play from 11-5 or where kind of Moose and Barney got the free frag leading to around they won, which honestly he had like what 4 health in a 2-on-1 with no kit with the bomb down. I think it looks like they're going to give it to him.
11-5, yeah. It's unfortunate, but what can you really do about it?
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yep.
That's what my mom says.
Yep. And we should be good to go into this, and we're seeing this isn't a buy yet. Round should restart because no way did Innocent have enough for an AK and armor.
That'd be that's some MacGyver stuff right there. just maybe they bought like 5 Glocks or something, just put together an AK.
Yes, upgrade it. Trade up contract.
Trade up contract, yeah. The 5-11 looks like we are going to be playing off apparently with this, but I guess they got the bomb down, so they're just going to go for the force, I guess. Interesting stuff here. Not sure exactly because they shouldn't have that much money. They just shouldn't have that much money. They lost the pistol round. They got the bomb down, sure.
That's like 3.2k on Innocent. That wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I mean the best they would have had would be 1400 plus 800, which is
2200 plus anything they saved. So you're looking at 2.5k max, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Either way, I'm gonna jump into this one, and we got ESC with a lot of firepower there with the 2 AKs, a scout, and a couple CZs, and a random assortment of grenades. As the bomb does go down here for rallen on the A bomb site, with the CT's trapped behind the smoke there. Oh, just face plant from rallen, thanks to FlipiN's FAMAS, and they are just owning their faces on the A bomb site as that bomb ticks away. But there's plenty of time left for the defuse to come into play, and there is a kit on the floor if they really want it.
And they're not even going to go look to replace these FAMASs because they didn't know they were up against AKs. If they wanted, they could. Okay, no, there we go. FlipiN found one, and there we go. Alex found the other. They're probably looking at that thinking, why did they have AKs? But hey ho, surprisingly they got the round.
How did they have AK-47? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is so weird. Either way, we're going to see them lose the round regardless, despite that. So OverGaming going to have because of that, also a pretty interesting situation. Having the AKs, having the ability to trade up from FAMAS to AK, that is in of itself a huge deal for them.
And we're seeing another buy now from ESC, and Kairi the Scope has picked up the scoped rifle in the AWP. And that's a great start from loWel, just some spray through the smoke, picking up the first frag.
And FlipiN on top of the toll booth. Loud and proud, large and in charge. But there goes the smoke, and ESC gonna hit the button, which says A rush, and they're gonna make their way up into the bomb site right now. Got ESC coming in. They're not quite making the frags just yet. There's a lot of damage coming in. They're sustaining a lot of damage as well. MINISE is going to be able to take down loWel. Ooh, there is the frag onto FlipiN. Things are starting to come together. SZPERO looking very good. And that's going to be 2 players left now for OverGaming as they make their way in for this retake. And 22 health on rallen, 5 on MINISE, 45 on SZPERO. They are pretty weak right now. And the bomb is not yet down. It's like Alex is going to fall though. We do have Moose and Barney left. The general is patiently waiting for an opening, and there it is. rallen going to cut his head off, and that's going to be around for ESC.
They were some great picks there by SZPERO. You can't take anything away from him. I'm just asking myself when he'll evolve into a Pharaoh.
A Pharaoh.
Pokemon jokes.
Oh, I don't know Pokemon. I'm exposed. I just got exposed.
But yeah, great play from SZPERO. Really good 2 picks there, and got the round. And OverGaming on a real mix buy here. P250, CZ, and then rifles. It's interesting.
Alright, so how are they going to do this? They're deciding to play a little bit passively. They've got 2 towards connector right now. They've got no real setups for the crossfires from short and connector. There's no real flash potential to flash mid and going for a pick here. So they're just going to be waiting for some action from ESC as they slowly edge on towards that connector angle. There is a very late smoke actually from ESC, kind of posturing towards what could be like, because there's no eyes on short or mid, ESC actually could be thinking that OverGaming are going to realize that this is like a B play, but in reality they're just rushing in for the A play right now as OverGaming are trying to just work out what's happening. They're looking into mid on Musambani, but spotting nothing. Now they see that all the players are coming in from the A site. The rotation's starting to go here for OverGaming from the B bomb site, and the frags are following right now. ESC with 2 big kills coming in right there to allow themselves to get that bomb towards the site. Still more smokes required to get the cover that they need for that bomb plant. Alex, can he stop the bomb plant in time? He does get the angle. He does drop the bomb. Alex, massive play. And we're going to see now low also taking down MINISE. They have a man advantage now and a massive health advantage to boot.
Yep, 3 versus 2. You've really got to fancy OverGaming to close this round out and extend it to 7 rounds. But Innocent's doing his best to try and stop that. Alex in a great position again here to stop the plant. He hears it going down. Sprays across. Really nice controlled play there from Alex from CT. And they got the round 13-6. And now ESC, we're actually going to see an eco from them.
Yeah, they're not magically pulling in the AKs, although Muzano could actually afford one. But no magical AKs.
Not just yet.
Not the legendary like $1,300 AKs or something.
Yeah. Some people pull a rabbit out of a hat. ESC pull an AK.
And now we're going to see ESC making their way with the PT50s into mid. So good luck to them on this pistol round. We've got an OverGaming ready to deal with this. Just all swinging by short right now, just looking for those frags, just gunning them down. They got some good team play setups going in, splashing each other out, moving in as a team, as a unit. Going to take the frags. Good damage done by the HE. And we're going to see OverGaming taking another round. And ESC are going to be in a very, very bad situation now. 14-6, 2 rounds, and OverGaming have the match.
Yep, ESC now have to try and stop this match point. Rallen most likely going to be going with a Galil here and no nades to back it up, whereas the rest of his team can get a pretty comfortable buyout of this. So OverGaming, they've still got a challenge on their hands for this round. It's not plain sailing just yet. It looks like they're going to be doing what they've been doing all the time with these 2 players on A, with Musambani playing the connector role, which is a very important one. It gives so much information to your team. Just have that guy on connector. If there's anyone underpass, short, mid, whether things have been smoked out, or mid controller Mirage is extremely important is what I'm trying to get at here.
And SZPERO's in B apps trying to look for a pick there. And Innocent creeped up into that connected position. Going to be catching off loWel now, as we do see a situation for OverGaming that is suddenly very awkward as they've lost connector. Lots of smoke and FlipiN's on jungle. FlipiN, very important kill there from him as he stops any movement. Oh my goodness, Musambani. Why? Why be that guy? Gonna do some team damage there. We have ESC making their way in onto the A side. The bomb is actually over by Slope here, but FlipiN doesn't necessarily see any crucial information yet. We can see their positions from OverGaming being held very passive. They can react to more or less anything. Got to wait for the execution from 3 sides to come in here. We do have rallen moving in from the stairs. He's going to get the first kill there. Bomb going to go down from SZPERO. rallen can't quite get the cover. And now we've got Musambani there by CT Spawn. We've got SZPERO going for the engagement. Can't make it happen. Musano now, last man standing against 3. What is he going to be able to do here? Does get 1 kill. 17 health left for him. He's got a player on the approach from connector. Gets the headshot. It's just Kairi left to get the plant. Oh, and he doesn't get the kill. And there is the defuse there for Kairi. What a save.
Yep, now match point for the Spaniards. And ESC can't really get a good buyout here. They're going to be forced onto very little to work with. Be interesting to see whether they decide to rush somewhere or go for a more OverGaming-esque approach with the taking it down to the wire, play calm, play it cool, and just take your time and take the, what I like to call the calculated risks.
We have a team OverGaming here playing very, very close away here. These setups are very, very close indeed. And a lot of them are going to lose their lives. We've got, who is it? It's going to be FlipiN, very close right there. On Shadow, goes up the ladder, tries to get some damage done. He's got to get a big play coming out here to save this round here for OverGaming. And we see Musambani coming in with Alex right now, and it's looking very grim indeed, as we do have the site well and truly taken. But I think a challenge from Alex is to be here. He's going to do this move again. He gets the bomb taken down, and there's a double just like before. And we have MINISE with the headshot, but Musambani coming in time to end the match in style. And 16-6. OverGaming take it. A very crushing result, thus breaking the curse.
Yep, it was a lot quicker game than we both anticipated. We both thought it'd be very close, but we were right in the sense that OverGaming would win.
Yeah, definitely. OverGaming looking very strong, very composed there. And largely speaking, it was ESC's inability to adapt to how they played their T half. Never could quite find an answer, it felt.
Yep, definitely so. And their CT was really weak as well. They could have read OverGaming like a book most times, but just stuck to their almost stubborn playstyle, I feel.
Definitely. And we do have last match coming up. It's going to be Orbit, who is it was Team Unwanted just picked up. Of course, we don't know who the fifth is just yet, as I don't think it's been officially released, that information. Obviously, Michael Ellie leaving them, and we'll have to see who is going to join the likes of PB, Mizaki, Whitten, and Pyth. And obviously, they're going to be playing against TLR, the Lone Rangers, the UK lineup. So if that game tickles your fancy, you're going to have to stay tuned in for more. We'll be right back after the break.